start out by cooking some green pepper and onion. Again with the onions. If you don't like onions, this was not the night to come. Okay. We're going to heat up We're going to heat up 1 tablespoon of oil because we just need a little to cook our. And the recipes that I'm doing here, you know, this is all good, healthy things with the butternut squash in here and the extra vegetables. That's a good thing. With using the turkey and the pumpkin and the other vegetables in the other soup, that's a good thing. The vegetarian soup, that's a good thing. The last one, the chicken and rice, that's the one when you really don't feel well. And you have to have something that's just going to make you feel better. It still has, I think, redeeming qualities. I had to make a cream soup. Those are my favorite. Okay. And because we are saving our money and all that, make sure that we use all of the green pepper or the red pepper or whatever. We don't want to waste any, so I always like to cut the top off. Use that also. Now, as you've been doing your shopping this week, has everybody noticed the new Val stuff? You've been watching that after we had that little talk last week. Is it helping? Is it confusing? What do you think? Let's see if we got this. Oh, wait, I think I still got time on this. So that's all there is to our beef and butternut squash stew. Okay. Whoop. I think our oil is ready for this. Okay. I'll get that started. Dice up our onion. I think our roasted vegetables are good. Take a look at them as soon as I get this done. Okay. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Ooh, that smells good. Now we're cooking. So as that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add our turkey in here. Always these things happen. Okay, I went down to get turkey, which we always carry, except for today. But they had turkey burgers, so I thought, okay, close enough. I'm like, no. So it's the same amount. It's just in nice little patties. And I thought, gee, that's a shame to sort of break it up. We could just have turkey burgers. I'll go ahead and put this in. And of course, since I touched that, you want to make sure if you're using raw poultry or anything raw, that you wash your hands afterwards. You don't want any cross-contamination. Okay, now because it has turkey burgers, or if it was one big piece, you want to kind of break it up so it's. And by cooking the onions and the green pepper a little bit, you have a little bit of moisture. The onions and the green peppers are releasing a little bit, and it's enough to cook the turkey without having to add any extra oil. Since the turkey really doesn't have a whole lot of fat to it, this is a good way to do it, sort of cook it in the green pepper onion juice. And I did taste this. This is good. I think I tasted all of it today. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But this was a good recipe. You're going to be surprised. Those of you, if you listen to David Light on the radio, I thought he was going to be sick when I told him I had pumpkin in the soup, although I know he's not a pumpkin fan. So, but when you taste this, you're getting, the nutrition of the pumpkin, and it doesn't taste like pumpkin pie with turkey in it, which would be bad. Which brings up a point. Make sure you buy the solid pack pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie filling. Otherwise, it would taste like pumpkin pie with turkey in it. But it doesn't taste real pumpkin-y. Okay, I think that looks like it's pretty well broken up. And you want to cook this till it's not pink anymore. Okay. All right. It's still a little pink, but we'll move on. We're still going to cook it. Okay. To this, we're going to have a can of black beans that I've drained and rinsed and drained. We've got some corn. We're going to put in 2 cans of this is Southwestern style. Same difference, Mexican. And our can of the salad pack pumpkin. Now, one thing that wasn't in the recipe, when I was making this earlier, I thought it was a little bit too thick. So I added 2 cups of chicken broth to that and kind of thinned it down a little bit. I liked it a little bit better. But we'll see. We'll put that in last so you can see what it looks like without. I like soups with juice. I like to have the big vegetables, but I also like to have the juice so that when you have that big hunk of bread with it, you can dip it in the juice. And if you've got all vegetable-y stuff or meat stuff, then you can't do that. Okay. This, I don't know if you can see the turkey. It's almost done. Not quite, but we're going to keep cooking it, so it'll be fine by the time we're ready for it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and add our tomatoes. And we don't drain those. So you can see there's not a whole lot of extra juice in this. There's our 2 cans. Here's our black beans that are rinsed and drained and put back in the can exactly the way they came. Our pumpkin. We'll put our corn in. That's just frozen corn that's been thawed. Now for sampling, I did cut down on the chili powder. So I cut the chili powder in half. This does make a big pot, so it'd be up to you. Of course, with any seasoning, it's really up to your individual taste what you're going to, how much you're going to season with. I put 1 tablespoon of chili powder. I did leave the cumin at 1, and everything else was fine. I just cut down on the chili powder because I thought with the Mexican tomatoes it might be a little bit spicy, too spicy. So you can always, you can always add. It's too hard to take away. Because then you'd have to go back to the store and get more turkey and then add more corn and now see what I mean here? It's very thick. Now it does thin down a little bit as you get the pumpkin sort of more liquidy, but I I just liked it a little bit more juice. So we'll put all of our spice in. Turn down that. And this is really pretty too. Nice and colorful. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put, I've got 2 cups of chicken broth here. Okay. See, it's a little bit better. It's what?
It looks a lot more moist now.
Yeah. And like I said, as you cook it longer, you're going to have more of the liquid come from the vegetables and things. But I still felt that this was just a little bit too thick. So I'm going to go ahead and add the full 2 cups of chicken broth. Make it more like a soup rather than a bowl of meat and veggies. Okay, so here is our, I'm going to move that over here as our, what is it? Pumpkin turkey pumpkin chili. We'll just let that finish cooking. And we'll finish up on our roasted cauliflower soup since we've got the vegetables going. Let me turn that down just a little bit more. All right.